if you try to hide it, it's gonna shine even more. Even if you lose it, it will find you. There's no way to stop it, so don't try to. Running like the river, trying to find the ocean, flowers in the concrete. Climbing over windows, moving in the shadows, places that you can't see. Coming through the melody when the night bird sings. Love is a wild thing. Oh, I can see it, magic in your fingertips, and I can feel it, words coming off of your lips. Even if you lose it, I will find you. There's no way to stop it, so don't try to. Running like the river, trying to find the ocean, flowers in the concrete. Climbing over fences, blooming in the shadows, places that you can't see. Coming through the melody when the night birds sing. Love is a wild thing. Running like the river, trying to find the ocean, flowers in the concrete. Climbing over fences, blooming in the shadows, places that you can't see. Coming through the melody when the night birds sing. Love is a wild thing. Love is a wild thing. Oh. Thank you. Thanks. Do you want to do like a fingery one? Yeah. I'm trying to think of other songs that we can do that's not finger style. I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed, sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I would bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong. I could write a song. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I don't think you're standing on canal and Bowery. She be standing next to me. I belong with you, you belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, my sweetheart. And love we need now. Let's hope for some. And so we're bleeding out. I belong with you, you belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, my sweetheart. I was only walking through your neighborhood, saw your light on in the cold. I stood anywhere I go, there you are. Anywhere I go, there you are. Yeah. I've been getting used to waking up with you. I've been getting used to waking up here. Anywhere I go, there you are. Anywhere I go, there you are. Yeah. There you are. There you are. You're the fire and the flood, and I always feel you in my blood. Everything is fine when your hands rest next to mine, to mine. You're the fire and the flood. Since we met, I feel a lightness in my step. You're miles away, but I still feel you. Anywhere I go, there you are. Anywhere I go, there you are. Late at night, when you can't fall asleep, I'll be lying right beside you, counting sheep. Anywhere I go, there you are. Anywhere I go, there you are. Yeah. There you are. There you are. You're the fire and the flood, and I always feel you in my blood. Everything is fine when your hands rest next to mine, to Boy, when you know, you'll know, and I know. You're the fire and the flood, and I always feel you in my blood. Everything is fine when your head's resting next to mine. Tomorrow, the fire and the flood. Oh, no. Do we have any more? Do you love the rain? Does it make you dance when you're drunk with your friends at a party? What's your favorite song? Does it make you smile? Do you think of me when you close your eyes? Tell me, what are you dreaming? Everything I wanna know it all. I'd spend 10,000 hours, 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. Do you miss the road that you grew up on? Did you get your middle name from grandma? When you think about it forever now, do you think of me when you close your eyes? Tell me, what are you dreaming? Everything I wanna know it all. I'd spend 10,000 hours, 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. I might never get there, I'm gonna try. spent 10,000 hours, 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. And I'm gonna love you. How are they going tomorrow? Should we stop there?
Good morning, everyone. May I ask those that are standing to take a seat? So good morning, everyone. My name is Therese Manns and I'm the General Manager at Randwick City Council. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge that we're meeting on the land of the Bidjigal and the Gadigal people who occupied the Sydney coast, being the traditional owners. I acknowledge and pay my respects to elders, both past and present, and to Aboriginal people in attendance today. I'd like to welcome you here to the 19th anniversary of the 2002 Bali Bombings. It is my pleasure to be MC of this ceremony this morning as we hold an event similar to last year, but slightly different to years past. This ceremony is a precious opportunity to come together to support each other and remember and honour those who died, those who survived, and those who grieve. Much like 2020, COVID-19 continues to provide challenges for the community, but I know that family and friends are so pleased that the New South Wales State Government has granted a special exemption for us to hold this ceremony today. And for those not able to be here in person with us, we are live streaming the ceremony. Understandably, there are some important COVID-19 related housekeeping items which I need to draw your attention to. Please continue to wear your mask throughout the ceremony. Please maintain social distancing from people outside your household group at all times. There is plenty of hand sanitizer available if you need some. And lastly, to assist with social distancing, please remain seated during the ceremony. Now I'd like to extend a special warm welcome to the families and friends of those who died in Bali, the survivors, rescuers, volunteers, searchers and support services, and members of the community. It is an honour to have you here today. I would like to acknowledge Federal Member for Kingsford Smith, the Honourable Matt Thistlethwaite, MP, Member for Coogee, Dr Marjorie O'Neill, MP, and the Mayor of Randwick, Councillor Dylan Parker, the Indonesian Consul General, Mr Vidi Kurnia Buana. And I would also like to pass on an apology for Member for Maroubra, Michael Daly, MP, who is currently sitting in Parliament. Our Randwick City Councillors here today: Deputy Mayor Lindsay Shuri, Councillor Anthony Andrews, Councillor Noel D'Souza, Councillor Carlos De Rocha, Councillor Christy Hamilton, Councillor Brendan Roberts, and Councillor Danny Said. I would also like to welcome Assistant Commissioner Justine Goff and members of the Australian Federal Police Eastern Command, Acting Chief Inspector Michael Seckold, and members of the Eastern Beaches Local Area Command, Terry Papanow, Senior Deputy Commander, and members of Randwick SES, members of the Homicide Victims Support Group, members and supporters from the Coogee Dolphins, Keith McGraw, President of South Sydney Juniors, Northern Beaches Council CEO Ray Brownlee, and of course to everyone who has come to show their respects today, as well as those family and community members joining us via live streaming. I would like to thank both the Eastern Beaches Police Area Command and the SES Randwick unit for their presence and support of the event today. To begin proceedings, I would like to welcome the newly elected Mayor of Randwick, Councillor Dylan Parker, to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Therese. Good morning, everyone. I'm honoured to be here with you this morning as the new Mayor of Randwick, and I would also like to acknowledge that we are meeting on the land of the Bidjigal and the Gadigal people who occupied the Sydney coast, who are the traditional owners of this land. I would like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the elders, past, present and emerging, and to all of the Aboriginal people in attendance today. I would like to echo the General Manager's acknowledgements and to warmly welcome all of our special guests. But in particular, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the families, the friends and the survivors of all those in Bali 19 years ago. The Commemoration is a special event. It allows us to stop and to honour the memory of those who were lost and to remind us each and every day to hold our loved ones closer. On behalf of all of Council, we want to say that we are here for you, that we care for you, and that we will never forget those who were lost that tragic day. I think the ongoing power of this ceremony is it reminds us how necessary it is to uphold tradition and to mark the memories of those who are lost. This event, continuing 19 years on, is an enduring testament to the unity and the spirit of our local community. It's the resilience of the families and the friends and all of those who were touched that tragic day. 19 years ago, was a shocking act of violence that cost the lives of 88 Australians. 20 of those were locals who called this place home. We honour their memory, the impact they had on our lives, and we remember with love how much they added to our community, how much they added to our families, how much they added to us as individuals. Now, we meet in some very unusual times. I look out to a masked crowd, distanced, and we think how much has changed. But we also look at events such as this and remember that 19 years ago, some things are very much the same. How much the people who were lost meant to us and how they will continue with us. We're here today, some of us gathering physically, others joining remotely, putting aside our cares and concerns about what is happening now and reflecting on those past. Their memory gives us strength, it gives us hope, and it reminds us of what matters: community and family. This is a time of sharing experience, of holding loved ones close and keeping them in our hearts, as well as grieving, accepting that it is still okay to hurt and remembering that from that hurt we can grow. The grief may never go away. It may be with us. It will ebb and flow. Some days it may be easier, some days more challenging. But it is my hope for those of you who are there in our midst, in sadness today, feel loved, feel supported, and know that we are there with you, that we are here for you, and that we care for you. We take the time to sit with those feelings, to share with each other, and to be strengthened by one another. I'm proud to be a member of a community that comes together and supports each other in times of need, that remembers 19 years on. Now, if you look beside me at the three figures in front of you, family, friends, and community, it's a symbol of togetherness. Togetherness where, when we meet together, we provide the support to one another in times of adversity, to comfort each other, and to remember that when it's needed, that others are there. So when we look to this memorial, we remember there are people all around you who care for you and are there to offer you encouragement when you need it. There are people there for you who will celebrate the wonderful memories of your loved ones and will not forget them. And there are people who steadfastly continue on the path ahead with you. Come what may, we will be there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would now like to invite Joe Sullivan to perform Rainbow. Thank you, Joe.
Rains, it pours, but you didn't even notice. It ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising water line. Well, the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stops blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, orange and green, and at least a million others. So tie up the boat, take off your coat, and take a look around, 'cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stops blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Oh, tie up your boat, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is alright now, 'cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stops blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. It'll all be alright.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Joe. This year, when it appeared we might not be able to gather for the ceremony, we decided to produce a video so that we could mark the importance of the day appropriately. Now that we are able to come together, we have the pleasure of sharing it with you in person.
I joined the club earlier in 2002. It was just that 1 week after the grand final of 2002. The guys had got themselves organised to go across to Bali. Next morning at about 6:30, 7:15, I got 2 calls stating that something had happened in Bali.
Bali, quite often called the land of thousand smiles, that particular evening turned into the land of million sorrows. The act of few extremists had taken the lives of peace-loving Balinese and expatriates, most of them from our largest and closest neighbor, Australia.
As the hours progressed, we eventually found out that 6 of those were from our club. None of them survived. Everyone had lost their sons.
Jared, as he grew older, he was a larrikin, but he was a loving sort of boy, young man. It truly was the worst feeling I've ever experienced. He was only just turned 20 years of age.
I actually remember it, extremely well, very vividly. I got a call on my mobile, and it was my sister on the phone screaming, basically saying that there'd been an explosion. She couldn't find mum, she couldn't find anybody, she couldn't walk. The 12th of October is actually my brother's birthday, so whilst it's always a pretty tragic event for us, it's also, we try and celebrate as much as we can.
She was beautiful. She had the most beautiful smile with the most beautiful teeth. She was someone that used to say, I will never be able to live without you, so I'll have to die before you.
Of the 202 people who died on the 12th of October, 43 were from New South Wales and 20 of those people were from Randwick City. The reason that Randwick Council started the ceremonies was because we needed to facilitate an opportunity to bring everybody together from the families and also from the community to say, we're here for you, we see your hurt, and we want to remember all of those who were lost that day. The first ceremony was held in 2002 when hundreds of people attended that. The next year, Dolphins Point was renamed and the memorial sculpture was built on the Coogee headland. So from then on, the Coogee ceremonies were held there and we have held one every year.
Knowing that Randwick is the only place in New South Wales that have actually put my sister's name up is very special, and very special on that day that we can be together with everyone else for the same reason. We've all lost some the same way, in the same blast.
Our local people have been fantastic on his birthday or on the anniversary. Even today, nearly 20 years on, they still remember us, and that's lovely to, as a parent, it's lovely in company to hear.
And 19 years later, we're all still standing here, and everyone's going to present and show their love for the families and the ones that lost loved ones, for the people that came home that were able to survive, that probably have survivor's guilt and things like that. It's so important to show your love for them as well. I think it's really important for everybody to never forget.
Everyone over in these suburbs has vowed to never ever forget their loved ones.
We had a logo redesigned by the late Patrick Byrne. There were the numbers of the boys of the jerseys that they played in 6, 10, 8, 5, 3, 4. Those numbers always were a part of our club, so that when people ask the question, you can tell them the story about 6 great guys. I think as long as it's never forgotten, as long as they continue to do it. I'm surprised that it's still going in some respect, but it just shows that the moment you think that it's going to stop, the next year more people come back.
19 years on, the pain of the loss still remains and we'll remember them forever. But no single act of terror can weaken our bonds of friendship, nor diminish our common resolve to fight terror in all its forms. Indonesia and Australia will continue to honor our citizens who lost the day by working together hand in hand to fill days with cooperation, confidence, and friendship.
Our family, we feel very honoured that the event has been going for, well, as you say, nearly 20 years. It tells us that the Randwick City Council care for us as we continue our journey. They really do.
To the parents and to those that have lost loved ones, we will be there. And this year, as people will see it, there's going to be 100 people there. And that means there are 200 shoulders. And we will carry the community, and you can lean on us and you can cry on it. You can cry on those shoulders because you're amongst friends. And when you're amongst friends, you can do what you want to do.
Our message to the friends and the family is that 19 years on, Randwick is here for you. We're here to support you, we care for you, and we want to be there for you now and into the future.
A special thank you to Cameron, Pat, Kier, Maria, Albie, the Consul General, and Paper Cranes Production for the contribution to the video. I would now like to ask everyone who is able to please be upstanding as we observe 1 minute silent reflection in honour of those that we have lost on that fateful day and for the survivors. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. I would now like to invite Rachel Vahim and Aidan Carr back to the stage to perform the song Broken Halos. Whilst they perform, in memory of the 88 Australians who tragically lost their lives in Bali, we will release 88 doves as a symbol of peace. The doves will be released together as a flock and fly to their home in Kurnell.
Seen my share of broken halos, folded wings I used to fly. They've all gone wherever they go, broken halos that used to shine. Angels come down from the heavens just to help us on our way. Come to teach us, then they leave us, and they find some other soul to save. I see my share of broken halos, folded wings that used to shine. They've all gone wherever they go, broken halos that used to shine. Don't go looking for the reasons. Don't go asking Jesus why. When I meant to know the answers, they belong to the by and by. They belong to the by and by. Broken halos
Thank you, Rachel and Aidan. We've now reached the end of today's formal ceremony. I would like to thank you all for coming today to this very special place and for joining us for this very important commemoration. As we did last year, we will have to stagger the flower laying. Council ushers will invite you to come up in groups of about 10 to lay your flowers. Please be mindful to social distance from those outside your household when you come up to lay your flower. Thank you all again for coming today.
Thank